What's holding you back from doing the things you want to do, from trying the new things, for being this version of yourself that you so desperately need to be? Like, it's not even that you're trying to be something that you're not. You just already know that that's who you are, and the life that you're living is not actually who you are, but on the outside, it's what everybody knows, and it's what you've conditioned everybody to know about you, and it's just your autopilot. But every day, especially when you get a quiet moment to yourself, you sit and you think about all that you could be, all the desire and passion and all the things that are burning inside of you, and then another day ends and you haven't made any progress in stepping into the fullness of all that you know that you're made to be. And that doesn't mean that you go start a multi-million-dollar business or that you quit your job and do something extravagant. It's the small things, the small behaviors, the small shifts, whether that's setting a boundary or that is not responding immediately to somebody who has made you feel fearful for not responding to them. It's people who drain your energy, continuously letting those people be in your sphere and continue to drain that energy because you don't want to deal with any of the conflict, and you just keep staying the same. Those small shifts can change everything. And this morning I was reminded about that. And the reason why I'm talking about this with you today is because I put on my lipstick this morning, and I've been working on my brand, April Pointer brand. I've been making some shifts with the channel. If you haven't noticed, this channel is now called Amplify with April Pointer, and I'll share more about that another time. Maybe I'll share it on this episode. We'll see. But Ignite is where we started. We went from Blushing Phoenix to Ignite, and it just felt right to have it be Amplify and for the tagline to be Live Louder. That's what we do here. That's what we talk about here. And I was doing a little story this morning on Instagram showing myself getting ready, just all that personal brand stuff. And then I went to put my lipstick on, and it reminded me about how much I love lipstick. I love bright lipstick. I love pinks and reds, and I love the dynamic of lipstick and lip liner and how that can change your appearance overall. Even if you're watching this on YouTube right now, you could see that I have on a bright kind of pinkish type lipstick, and just blending two different colors together. This is kind of like a really bright pink and almost like a purpley color that has brought this beautiful dynamic bright pink look, for my face. And I was saying that I was putting on my lipstick this morning, and it made me think about how years ago I was hanging out with a friend, and we were at Target, and I was looking at the lipsticks, and I was like, oh, I need to find some new shades. I want to play around with some new colors. And I found this bright red, like fire engine red, and I was going to mix it with this lip liner to give it like more, complexity of like what it was going to actually look like instead of just like a flat red. Dimension is the word that I'm looking for, not complexity. And so I remember her saying to me, I wish I could wear red lipstick. And my immediate response to her was, why can't you? And then hearing her have this debate with herself, that she was saying it to me, but I know it was her own internal debate that she was having to try to explain and then justify for herself why she's holding herself back from the small things that she wants to do, like wear red lipstick. And her response to me was, oh, I could just never pull that off. That's not who I am. People would be like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? It would be all over my face. It's not really my thing. Okay, well, that's contradictory. Is it not your thing and you don't want to do it? Or it's your thing and you just have all these obstacles for something that you want to do, but you're too afraid to just do it? The first time I ever started wearing lipstick, think about kids putting on lipstick, little girls. It doesn't look good at first. Or somebody who doesn't put lipstick on very often. It doesn't look very good at first because you are doing something new. I can probably put on lipstick and line it, not even looking in a mirror at this point, but it's taken years of this repetitive motion to be able to, and knowing what kind of products to buy, because some lipsticks and lip liners are just crappy. But my point is that I wasn't good at it right away. I didn't know what colors looked right on me. I know now, and especially when I change my hair color, if I'm more blonde or if I have more dark tones in my hair, I have to change up different things with my makeup, or it can make you look washed out. But you learn all that over time. And if you're picking up what I'm laying down, you would kind of know I'm not really talking about lipstick. Like I am, but I'm not. If you've been around for a while, we always talk in analogies, and this is not about lipstick. I'm just using this story as a reference for you to understand how simple little changes can lead up to you having the life that you want. So if this person said, oh, I can't, I'm not good at it. Okay, well then get good at it by practicing. Well, it's just not my thing. It wouldn't look right on me. Why wouldn't it look right on you? Why wouldn't it look right on you? Or people would think, oh my gosh, what is she doing? Let them think that. The thing is that at first people might have a reaction to, whoa, I never see you wear lipstick, and now you're wearing lipstick. And then guess what happens when you stay consistent with wearing that lipstick? It becomes normal to them. They're used to seeing you that way. It actually would be weird if you show up without lipstick on and people would be like, are you tired? Do you need something? I remember I went to drop Axe off at daycare one day and I completely forgot to put lipstick on. And I kept seeing myself in the mirror and I'm like, why do I look like this? What is wrong? If you've ever forgotten to put mascara on, you realize like you look tired. And I just kept looking at my face like, what is missing? And then I realized I just didn't put the lipstick on. So I wanted to jump on here today. I want to talk to you about that. I wanted to share that little story with you because it was a reminder to me of like how small things like that can hold us back. If you want to try something new, try it. Don't get so caught up in these stories that you tell yourself of how the outside world would react to you trying something that you think would be beneficial for you. Do it. There is nobody here to tell you that you can't except for you. And if you don't want to wear red lipstick or bright lipstick, then don't. But when somebody says, I wish I could, or back in the day, if you've known me for years, I used to have a pixie haircut. And I remember every time I would go cut my hair, people would say, oh my gosh, you could pull that off. I could never pull that off. I love that hair on you. I would love to have short hair, but I just know it would never look good. Why? Why wouldn't it? If you really want it and you think that it's something you'd like to explore, why not? I remember the last time I went to get my hair done, it's grown out now at this point, so I have like a darker root. But I remember telling this amazing hairdresser, shout out to you, Ashley, that I wanted to have like this bright, white, icy blonde hair. And she shared with me that with my skin tone and warm tones and all of that stuff, it may not look as flattering as I would think it would. And I said, yeah, the thing for me is that I just want to know, like I want to see it on me and then make my decision from there. That's just how I operate. And she did an incredible job with putting blonde all the way up to the roots. I mean, I was super icy. And immediately when I looked in the mirror, I was like, nope, it is not for me. Nope, I have been here, I have seen, and it does not work for me. I went home, I changed up some of my makeup stuff because I thought, well, maybe I just need to, like I'm looking washed out, I need to change up some of my makeup with some different tones because we're more cool tone now. Nope. Once my roots started to grow out, I started to get some of this like depth and darkness around my framing of my face again, and then the blonde toned down into more of like a warm tone. I looked so much better. It was way more flattering. It made my features on my face pop a lot more than just being that icy white. But now I know. She did an amazing job. She did a fantastic job. She did a consultation with me before she did it. And I was like, let's do it anyway. Because why not? It took a couple months and it grew out. And now I know we don't do ice all the way up to the roots. But at least I know. I'm not sitting here wondering, I wish I could. Oh man, maybe one day I will. We only have today. So if it starts with something small, like you want to wear hoop earrings or you want to get almond shaped nails and you've always had square nails, or you don't ever even get your nails done, and that would be crazy for you to get your nails done. You want to wear lipstick. You want to change your clothing. When I came to South Carolina, I never really wore shorts. And I remember moving to South Carolina and just saying, I'm going to start wearing shorts. I don't know why I've never really worn them. I just never really been like super comfortable in wearing them. But I was like, we're wearing them. We're wearing them this year, like when we moved to South Carolina. And my wardrobe is now becoming shorts. I have shorts on right now. You can't see them, but they're on. And now it is just normal for me to wear shorts. And it's those small things in our lives where we really have to take an inventory and say, where am I holding myself back? Where are you holding yourself back with these limited beliefs, with these concepts and maybe like preconceived notions of who you think you are and how you think you can show up to the world and what you think people are going to think about you if you show up a certain way, or you do something different, or you post online more, or you start that YouTube channel and you vlog your life. Who cares? Who cares? Because there is something that you embody that you are bringing into this world that somebody else needs. And even if that somebody is you, or the peace that it brings you and the freedom that it helps you to express and to feel, it is like a ripple effect that sets other people free as well. So put on that lipstick and be uncomfortable wearing it for a little bit and just go live loud, whatever that means to you.